Hello everybody, this is Game God Fluent bringing you episode 29 of FRUA Designs number 5, The Realm, the Southlands, Temple of Elemental Evil T1-4. Yeah, so we are here. Oops. I just accidentally did something to Gingy. There we are. Begin adventuring. Okay. And we are in front of door number 2 that we remembered. Did we come out of door number 2 or were we going into door number 2? I don't know. We'll find out. Let me alt enter. I apologize for episode 28. It was a big mess. I lost about 30 minutes of footage. I think I was playing for like an hour, 15 minutes. It was a really good run. And I was just having a blast. And so let me update you before we start here, just in case you missed it. So I explored a room with a bunch of skeletons on each wall looking on, and there was a nice golden shield hanging above, and we grabbed it, and it turns out it was actually magical, so we have to get that ID'd. I did not defeat the Vrock. Unfortunately it got the better of me, but I did collect another cleric, 2 spells, and I did collect a mage scroll from the same encounter. When I read another scroll, it gave me these scrolls, so that's cool. I talked about wanting to have Griselda have the option of being a dagger wielder and backstabbing. I think that made it into the video, but I actually did equip her with the dagger and she did well against the shadows. The shadow fight, which I don't think you saw, I was swarmed by a bunch of shadows, and it said in the descriptive text that one of them in the back held a strange ebony rod. And I thought, ooh, what is that? So I fought them all, and I got down to the last shadow, and it fled. I could have possibly killed it had I, boxed it in, but it managed to flee. And it said, the text popped up and said that it slipped through a crack in the wall and fled with the rod. And I was like, oh my gosh. But it was such a clever encounter and so well done that I was really impressed anyway. Maybe we'll see that rod again. Who knows? I picked up the shield. I explored a weird red room that didn't have much in it, but it was vulgar and disgusting apparently. Fought some more shadows. I had my first ever random encounter. 2 Ettins came around the corner, and it was a completely random encounter, I think, because it was through an area I had already been before. So that was a random encounter. Just had a lot of fun. So let's have some more fun today. I should probably go back and heal, but I think we can get through a little more of the game. So let's see where this takes us. From the appearance of a huge fireplace in the north end of this room and the condition of various containers of foodstuffs, flour, meal, salt, oil, preserved meats, and cheese, this kitchen is still used. Enough food is here to feed several score people for many days. Shelves are long counters hold containers, foodstuffs and cooking utensils, spits, skewers, long forks and spoons, ladles, etc. The party's discovered a secret door to the east. You search the fireplace and cabinet, but nothing of value has been left here. Alright, I'll bite. We'll go through the secret door. The room beyond the secret door contains barrels of beer, ale, wine, and even a small cask of brandy weighing some 40 pounds. Also here are 26 crystal goblets and a matching decanter. Sadly, all this treasure is too unwieldy, fragile, or too heavy to take with you. Oh well. Alright, so let's explore. So again, but I also want to talk about what else. I think you saw me get Griselda the studded leather and hang on to the elfin chainmail. There wasn't really a whole lot near the end except that fight, and I did not best the Vrock, unfortunately. Horrid faces, carved from the same rock as the passage, snarl and vomit through thin streams of water which are caught in a malt-tiered basin. The liquid has an evil smell, and the basin has become lined with some sort of aquatic growth. However, the water is probably drinkable. Well, I'm not about to drink it. I have a cup of coffee here, too. Delicious. Breakfast blend. Okay, we have a door here. Above a long wooden table in the middle of this plastered and decorated room hangs a large chandelier. 12 chairs flank the table. 2 sideboards, a cabinet, and a wheeled cart complete the furnishings. Wheeled cart, you say? All valuables were removed from this cabinet long ago. Have I been here before? I may have been. Let's go through this door. This place is covered with thick carpets, with many cushions spread about. Upon it lies the mummified body of an elf, face down just beyond the entryway with the hilt of a dagger protruding from its back. Its remains are clad in rotting splendor. The garments are of silk and brocade. Jewels gleam from earrings, a necklace, a bracelet, and 2 rings. The skeletal right hand clutches a carved stone of some sort. Near the body is a curio cabinet, its door slightly ajar. The cabinet contains mummified portions of humans, demi-humans, and humanoids, as well as small, intricately carved statuettes and blocks of ivory and so forth. Each block depicts something obscene. The dark room has many unused candelabra and wall sconces. Its plastered walls are painted with scenes of decadence, and the tapestries hanging here and there show similar scenes of depravity. A huge bed stands against the north wall with a stand of carved wood to each side. A long, low table is flanked by couches. Nearby is another such table with 3 plush chairs. Wow. In the southwest corner, a folding screen of uskwood separates a wardrobe, dressing table, and pillowed stool from the rest of the place. The screen suddenly falls to the floor with a loud smack, and behind it rises the spectral form of a wailing undead elf. Banshee. AC 0. This is not going to be easy. Banshee is guarding. I may want to try to backstab the Banshee. Seems legit. Just kind of tough to hit. Not necessarily the most formidable creature I've ever faced. So far, anyway. It could have like a paralyzing touch or something that I'm not familiar with. Okay, it can only be damaged by magical weapons. So you can just end your turn, end your turn, end your turn, end your turn. It should be... Oh boy, this is bad. Power word kill, Gingy is slain. I see. And maybe he's just unconscious. 501 XP, no valuables. The Banshee darts away, sorely wounded, and she speaks quickly before you deal the death blow. Stay the hands, warriors, and I shall grant thee my treasures from my days as a child of the light. An elfin longbow and my elfin chainmail shall be thine. You... Elfin longbow's pretty cool. But elfin chainmail... We already have elfin chainmail. You know what? I'll accept her offer. The Banshee flits through the door to the south, barely waiting for you to follow. Oh, it's going to be an ambush, isn't it? I'm not doing this. The game is doing this. The Banshee points to the west wall before fading from sight. Her sobs and the lingering chill hang in the corridor. Let's see, is Gingy? Gingy is dead, so we're going to have to encamp and load anyway. Oh, and that would be game A. So we're back here. I did not save. I don't think there was anything in here. Killing a Banshee before she gets off power word kill. That's interesting. I don't know if I can do it. Let me go ahead and light a cigarette here to go with my coffee. There was nothing in here. Right, and this is the door I went through. There was that secret door. Let me at least mark that secret door's appearance on, like, mark it as that we've seen it. So, in case, like, there's something where, like, oh, we can carry this stuff now. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, but, like, the brandy or something, or the wine. We get a cart or something. But anyway, I guess we'll try to fight the Banshee again because it seems like a good idea. Until it casts power word kill on us. It's a very nice room that we've seen here. It belongs to the Banshee. She's living very well in her unlife. I don't think any sort of spell is going to necessarily help us here. Does hold person work on undead? Let's find out. She is a humanoid. Whoops. Druid spells, cleric spells. Hold person may paralyze target of character types human dwarf. You may aim hold spell at a target, exit to command to target fewer. Well, we can try it. I mean, it's worth a shot, right? I'm sure she has great magic resistance anyway, but let's try to cast it. He's got 4 casts of it. Oh, and she got an attack of opportunity in because... Go ahead. Banshee's unaffected. It's worth a shot. Do you have anything? Slow could potentially work. Let me lumber on over here. Possibly slowing her from casting. Nice. So she'll be slower on the uptake for her spell. I think we can just about do it. Got her. 430 XP, and we're going to take her offer. Why not? Okay, we come into this room again. Banshee points to the west wall. Okay. A secret door on the west wall. Each shares 57 points. We've got a longbow, a cloak, and an elfin chainmail. Very cool. And, go ahead and cast a detect. Only the longbow, so the cloak is not, a thing, and the elfin chainmail is just treasure for another day, another sale. The party's discovered a secret door to the east, the door we just came in. Interesting. But if I come back in, this place is covered with thick carpets. Okay, yeah. I can search her room now. This cabinet holds only the obscene statuettes. No merchant would pay more money for these despite their quality. You... destroy them. There's nothing of value or interest on the bed or its surrounding furniture. The venerable folding screen broke into pieces when it fell. I don't know why I destroyed obscene statuettes, but maybe they had some power. Alright, and we are pretty much done in here. Let's just, for the record, mark all this as looked at, just in case. Let's go ahead and look at everything in here, and then save. Secret door to the east. Okay, we searched the fireplace. Alright, let's head back down. Time for door number 3. Let's encamp and save. This is game C. Let's head on in. We have more steps. Dozen steps lead up to the east. Huh, have I been here? I have. Okay, so this is that weird chamber, and I'll show you guys if you didn't see it. This 30-foot wide area is lined with disquieting guardians or trophies. 13 human skeletons stand at attention along each wall, all clad in various forms of armor. Each holds a different polearm or missile weapon. 4 large bronze stands are by each wall, evidently candle holders, though no candles remain. 6 pair of crossed swords and 6 shields decorate the north wall, which we explored and found 1 shield. That may have, well, that is enchanted. And that's it. And here was that weird red room. Oh, the walls, floor, and ceiling of this 20 by 40 foot area are of dull black stone. Heavy velvet hangings of ebony hue cover the walls, and even the torch brackets along uncovered sections are made of a blackish metal. Couches and chairs of black wood remain here in good condition, upholstered in cloth of the same somber hue. A large black cabinet stands by the west wall. In the cabinet are several worthless scrolls and books, jars and other containers holding similarly worthless substances. So no way to chase down the shadow, and here was that weird red room. This chamber is red. The floor, walls, and curved ceiling are each of a subtly different hue to jar the vision of the onlooker. The overall impression is bloody and disgusting. Rotting cushions and divans, all of red cloth and again each slightly different from another, are scattered here and there. A low round table of wood lacquered in orange red stands near the west end of the room. I'm curious. Can we encamp here? No, of course not. And then down here upon the table is a red serving set of several cups and a bowl. Each of the 2 candelabra nearby holds 13 candle stubs. And there was nothing we could do with it. So, nothing in that room. So this is door number 3, which we've already explored. Next would be door number 4. So let's go ahead and walk through. The door slams shut behind you. A dozen steps lead up to the east. The key you took from the troll's chamber turns in the lock in the door to the west. Okay, we've got a door and we've got steps up. And another door. Let's encamp and save as game C. The room is 20 feet by 30 feet, littered with straw. Herein are a gnoll, a bugbear, and 2 ogres. These creatures are malnourished and weak. They look at you warily. Let's free them. The creatures lumber off into the temple, their dark eyes squinted in contempt even as they retreat. I know we're going to probably face them again, but oh well. They're not very dangerous. Interesting, okay. The oaken door is bronze-bound and held fast by a large bar and padlock as well. Game C again. Can we pick it? Bash it? The room is 20 feet square with some filthy straw scattered on the floor, a small drain hole in the northwest corner, and a water-filled barrel. Herein are 2 humans, an orc, a hobgoblin, and 3 goblins. All are rather skinny and weak from their time of imprisonment. The men step forward hesitantly. When they ate Charlie a few nights back, we were sure we were doomed. Thank you, heroes. Thank you for coming to us. You give the humans explicit directions on a safe avenue from the temple. Once they are gone, you deal with the humanoids as you see fit. Parties discovered a secret door to the south. Interesting. Alright, let's go through it. In the cell. Secret door to the north. Secret door to the south. Can we encamp in here? No. I'm always looking, though. This circular chamber is made to appear as if it were a natural setting. The walls are hewn to appear as boulders, and detritus is spread by the walls. Jagged rocks likewise protrude from the perimeter. Even in the relatively open center, the floor is uneven with racks, ledges, and loose rock. Hideous, unnatural beasts emerge from the debris. Whoa. What do we got here? Lucrata. Interesting. I hope that longbow isn't cursed. You know, I could put these guys to sleep, but I think we can just basically wail on them. If we can hit them. They do have an AC of 4. Yeah, we're fine. I don't know how hard they hit for, which is good. I don't want to find out. Oh no, don't attack ally. Continue battle, no. 213 XP, no valuables. Let's go ahead and camp here. This is all new area. Save game D. Finish our coffee and check it out. A bone projects from a fissure to the east, and near it is a full skeleton clad in chainmail. A leering skull atop a low slab of rock to the northwest seems to taunt you. The skeleton is dwarven, clad in serviceable chainmail. At the bottom of a nearby crack, 3 feet deep and 6 inches wide, just a foot or two from the skeleton's hand, is an axe. A backpack under the skeleton contains typical adventuring equipment, and a belt pouch holds 8 broken vials. Not too far to the side is the den of the Lacrata, and there lies the remains of another dwarf, scattered in many pieces. Mixed with the bones are 5 shining quarrels and a broken light crossbow. He also sports a broken shield, tattered chainmail, and an intact short sword. You see a belt with 4 pouches fashioned as part of the belt. 1 pouch contains 3 gems, an amethyst, and 2 pearls. Cool. 3 gemstones. Alright, so let's have Cyrus throw up another detect. Oh my. Oh my. Chainmail, battle axe, bolts. Wow. That was a find, my friends. Save his game E. Can we rest in here? No. Just head back out this way. Huh. Steps. Horrid faces carved from the same rock as the passage snarl and vomit forth streams of water which are caught in a multi-tiered basin. The liquid has an evil smell, and the basin has become live with some sort of aquatic growth. However, the water is probably drinkable. We've seen something just like that before. This circular chamber is lit by 4 weirdly glowing globular cressets of ancient bronze. The light reveals 9 monstrous statues whose stony visages are still sufficient to strike fear into the heart. All we're up against the will-o-wisps. Beyond a smallish blue dragon is a beholder, a fire giant, manticore, and Medusa seem to stand in frozen conversation, and off to one side are a mummy, an ogre mage, a white, and a rakshasa. The lights attack. I don't think we can do this yet, so I'm glad I saved. How many of them are there? Okay, we can't even target them. Whoops. 38 hit points, AC -8. How the heck am I supposed to deal with them? I can't right now. So I wish I could run, but running is kind of wonky in this game. So let's just all tab out. Stay away from the globular. Lights. AC -8. How are we supposed to deal with will-o-wisp like that? With 38 HP. We're going to have some serious magic weapons. And much higher level. I don't know. That one seems like a bit out of place. If I'm honest. Which I am. Okay, so we have the battle axe and stuff, right? Oh, we don't? I mean, we saved without doing that? Cyrus has them? Okay, Cyrus has them. Alright, let's go through this door instead. Steps descend some 20 feet before turning north. The walls of the landing are covered with mosaic murals depicting a scene of frolicking demons, vile goops and molds, and giant humanoids, all gathering about amidst the field of their fallen, torn, and tortured victims. Oh boy. I'm like in the heart of this bad boy. You find a scrap of parchment lying in the debris here. It shows a faded drawing of a crowned skull with 4 lines emanating from the crown and a circle at the outer end of each line. Huh. The passage slopes downward to the north, leading to more steps leading down. Long flight of steps rises to its terminus in this corridor. Let's encamp and save as game E. Go through this door. The whole floor of this chamber is covered with a noisome earth, soil that contains much manure and other rotting things. From this sickening humus spring numerous thin-stalked fungi growths. Thicker fungi bearing strange caps, spongy-looking growths, and various shelf fungi and tumorous spherical blobs growing from niches and shelves placed along the walls. These latter growths, as well as a few of those growing from the floor, give off a ghostly phosphorescent illumination. As you set foot in the place, you hear a female voice call out a warning to you. "Stand still! Some of the fungi are dangerous. I know the path and will come to guide you." You see a comely head moving through this way, and that through the huge fungi evidently following a winding course through the growths. You are under attack before you know that you face a foe. Okay. Lamia. 48 hit points, AC 3. With a quality short sword only. I think we can just beat her up without wasting a sleep spell. Yeah, she's already down to 14. I like how you can kind of tell what the stronger monsters and stuff are like, but a quality short sword will come in handy for Carlo. 639. Oh, 1 jewel. And a quality short sword, so let's have Carlo go ahead and grab that. And exit. Okay, are we going to take damage in this place? Let's encamp. Save as game D. Let's head this way. So far, no danger. And doors, doors, doors. Let's go through this one first. Okay, that looks like where the lights attack. Go through this door and camp. Saves game D. Steps climb sharply to the right. You arrive at the top of the steps. What? Oh, is that a shortcut? Look where we are. Watch this if you haven't picked up yet. Look where we are. Look familiar? We're going back to town to rest. That is a great shortcut. Wow, thank you, Ray, for that awesome shortcut. I guess that's thank you whoever designed the Temple of Elemental Evil tabletop, because I'm sure that shortcut was in the tabletop too. Let's go back and do some reporting and stuff and some healing. Otis introduces you to a group of men who have come to aid your cause. You meet Gauss the wizard, Memnon the priest, and others. At the smithy, well, first let's rest. Fix. Magic. Get all our magic back. Okay, save as game A since we're back here. Report to Otis. Otis listens to what you should tell him after sending the boy and his apprentice away. Seek training? You may now advance in any path. Does the party want to train? Yes. Oh, this is amazing. We'll become a level 5 mage? Yes. Wow. Spells to choose. Choose spell. I thought Tessa learned slow. Who learned slow? Amanda. Well, let's go take a look at what we've got here, because Tessa plays a bit differently than Amanda. She's more prone to melee, of course, so we could possibly do stuff like Shocking Grasp and such. What would a Shocking Grasp? Is 1 to 8 hit points of electric ammo plus 1 hit point per level of caster, so 1 to 8 plus 5 for Shocking Grasp. Shield negates enemy magic missile spells, improves the magic user's saving throw, and may increase his AC. Protection from evil, magic missile, friends. Enlarge, detect magic, charm person. Burning Hands causes 1 hit point of fire damage per level of the caster with no saving throw. So just an automatic 5 damage on that one. Mirror Image creates 1 to 4 illusionary duplicates of the magic user to draw off attacks. A duplicate appears when it's attacked. That could be pretty interesting. Detect Invisibility. Is there a cleric spell, Detect Invisibility, that he's going to be getting pretty soon? There's not. Someone's going to have to get that Detect Invisibility to spot invisible creatures. Blink protects the magic user. The magic user blinks out after he acts each round. Although the magic user may be physically attacked before he acts each round, he may not be attacked after. Many good options. Of course, Fireball, Haste, Hold Person. Makes all targets adjacent to the caster invisible. Lightning Bolt, Slow, Protection from Evil. Protects the target and all characters adjacent to the target. So she's usually in melee. So this would be a good spell to cast. Improves the AC and saving throws of those it protects by 2 against attackers of evil alignment. So my choices, I'm going to narrow it down to Protection from Evil, 10 feet. Blink. Wait, does Cleric have Dispel? Yes, it's a 3rd level spell. Alright, Protection from Evil, 10 feet radius. Blink. Mirror Image. Shield, maybe. And Detect Invisibility. I'll let Amanda learn Detect Invisibility. I think she's going to learn Protection from Evil, 10-foot radius. Let's go ahead and get back in here. Okay, protection from good. Blink, mirror image, detect invisibility. I'll let Amanda detect invisibility, like I said. Oh, reduce. I didn't see reduce in there. Let's go ahead and get that protection from evil 10-foot radius. Okay, Griselda can train. Level 7 thief, yes. And Wanalon, level 5 fighter and a level 5 thief, yes. Okay. So now that that's done, let's save here as game A. Save as game B too. Let's begin adventuring. Purchase arms and armor. Do they have new? Does he have new equipment? No. But we do. So let's see what we've got. Gingy. Has a shield. Let's ID it. It is a shield +1. And I would like to trade that to Tessa. So Tessa can have a bit more AC, presumably. Oh, our hands are full. Hammer +2. Alright, so let's change that to Cyrus, perhaps. And let's give it... His AC goes to -2. Excellent. We can sell the shield for 3 platinum pieces. Can we ID this scroll? Okay. 5 bolts. Let's ID the 5 bolts. Bolts +3. Those are interesting for Carlo. If I get a crossbow. Chainmail. Let's go ahead and ID. Some sort of chainmail +1. Battle axe. Let's go ahead and ID it. Battle axe +1. Okay, let's continue. I think Tessa has... Okay, nothing. Carlo has the longbow. Let's go ahead and ID that. Some sort of longbow +1. That would in turn his shots into magical? No? No, just the bow. I think you still need the +1 arrow. So he's doing 1d8. Let's see what happens if I put this on. 1d8 +1. And a 12 Thaco. The Thaco goes down too, so that's a sure bet. 50 platinum piece for the composite longbow. Yeah, I would say so. Quality short sword. I don't think that's anything. Okay. And the 5 bolts. Let's continue. Griselda. Everything is fine there. Amanda has this mage scroll to ID. Mage scroll 1 spell. And maybe I should give Elfin chainmail. Gingy's wearing plate, so nobody could use the Elfin chainmail. Sell it for... We're carrying enough gold. Chainmail +1. Still plate is better than that. Battle axe +1. Let's trade the battle axe +1 to Wanalon. Your hands are full. Oh, with a shield. Battle axe. So let's drop... No, keep the shield. Keep the long sword in case we want you to be more defensive. Although your armor class is 0. And you're doing 1d8 +2. Very nice. Amanda, go ahead and ready that mage scroll. Griselda, you have Elfin Chainmail. And Carlo, you have Chainmail +2. So nobody can use the Elfin Chainmail. So I'm just going to sell it, sure, for 2,500. Cyrus, the Chainmail +1. Just sell it. Tessa, you're fine. Bolts +3. We'll hang on to them. But we're going to buy Oh, you don't sell a crossbow? Huh. Well, we'll have to figure that out. Oh, we're carrying disgusting amounts of money again. Drop 1,000 gold. I know you hate to see it done, but drop 700 gold. Exit. Demand your wealth. No. Oh, arrows or bolts. Can we buy? Nope. I guess we go back in. But I want to kind of keep this episode short because I have to get to some Dragon Sun as well. So let's save as game B. Let's save as game A. And this will be just a short little chipper episode when we make some updates, some upgrades. Cyrus got a new shield. Carlo got a new bow. Wanalon got a battle axe, which is going to be sweet. He's going to be a real... I mean, he's already been chipping in where he can. Now he's going to be a real force added on the team, which is nice. More spells for Tessa. So my idea for Tessa's protection 10 feet is that her, Gingy, and Cyrus are generally going to be on the front line. Tessa can pop that against a real tough enemy. And we get some saving throws for magic and some AC. Cyrus can also prayer. I don't know if that stacks. I think it should, but I'm not sure. Griselda still has the chance to backstab in leather armor. So all is well. So I just want to say thank you for joining me for this short episode. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for much more. As I said at the end of last episode, but it was cut off, that I just can't praise Ray enough for what he did with these modules. Just stellar work. I'm singing his praises, and I'm telling everybody that this is the best dungeon in an RPG I've ever explored in any RPG, and I've been playing them for 30 years. I can't remember a dungeon that was so full of surprise and yet realism and nitty-gritty details, combined with the low magic setting where you don't find magical items around every corner. Fantastic stuff. So shout out again to Ray. I'm always shouting him out, trying to sing his praises when I can. God is good. Much love, peace, and joy to you guys. I'll see you next time. So long.